morning, church. My name is Ayana Woods. After hearing the theme of this year's Youth Emphasis Sunday was Let Your Light Shine, I was reminded of a quote by Marianne Williamson. She in part wrote, "Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It's our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do." Sometimes, as young adults, we might not want to stand out because we're concerned about others' perceptions of us. We are afraid they may think we're conceited for acknowledging and sharing our own accomplishments. However, I try my best to think about others who have paved the way for me, who stepped out on faith and chose to stand on their own. I find confidence in working towards my goals and helping others because of the many examples of service I've seen in my own family and my church community. I implore other young adults in the Second Baptist family and those listening at home to look in their own communities to find examples of those who let their light shine and try to emulate them as well. As an example, I look at someone like professional football player and civil rights activist Colin Kaepernick. Even when he was facing backlash from fans and staff, he refused to stand for the national anthem in order to protest what he deemed are wrongdoings against African Americans and minorities in the United States. He explained, "I'm not going to stand up to show pride in a flag for a country that oppresses Black people and people of color. To me, it's bigger than football and would be selfish on my part to look the other way." Even if you do not agree with his methods, it's important to recognize Kaepernick's steadfastness, perseverance, and bravery to stand in the face of millions and declare his beliefs. Even when others threw harsh words at him, his message never wavered. He continued to shine his light by continuing his peaceful protest. I'm not saying that young adults or anyone should feel obligated to make such a public stand for their beliefs. Rather, I am emphasizing the importance of self-discovery and finding what you have unwavering passion about. Personally, I feel it's important to have an empathetic heart, to not only understand our peers and those around us, but to understand ourselves. Today, I wanted to share how it took time for me to find a way to confidently let my light shine, and how those steps helped to influence my current goals. The steps of reflecting on accomplishments truly began a couple years ago during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic closures. If the past almost 3 years experiencing this pandemic has taught us anything, it's how to reflect on ourselves. I think being able to figure out what my values were and what direction I wanted my life to take was pivotal in understanding how I wanted my light to continue to shine in the future. During the lockdowns, I experienced being accepted to colleges and universities, graduating high school, and completing my freshman year of college. In any other time, this would be super exciting, but at the time, it felt like many of the days blended together, and it was really difficult to celebrate my own accomplishments, because there was so much hurt going around in the world. It took me time to sit down with myself and recognize that I have a lot to be proud of, and it's okay to share these accomplishments with others. As Matthew chapter 5, verse 14 states, "You are the light of the world, a town built on a hill that cannot be hidden." Now, as I'm about to enter my junior year of college, I'm grateful for the steps I took towards understanding myself. I recognize now that I let my light shine through my communication skills. As many of you know, I began public speaking in church at an early age by doing the radio announcements, the welcome to visitors, and by welcoming members to the church as an usher. This experience at an early age allowed me to learn the importance of not only having my voice be heard, but also emphasizing just how far my voice can reach and the impact that can have. I thank Pastor Epps and the Second Baptist Church family for allowing me the space to express myself as a young child and now as a young adult. Growing up with public speaking, as well as other creative outlets, like writing stories in my high school newspaper, as well as writing stories for fun, have all contributed to my interest in film and television. I see this as another way I can make a difference and show that my voice has to be heard. As an African American woman, I hope to contribute to stories that reflect the experience of Black Americans while also looking to the future of what could be. I want to communicate a message of strength while also demonstrating the other facets of Black people in America. In other words, helping to shine a positive light on Black people in a society that often tries to tear us down and to demean us. In closing, I want to remind my peers that even though we might not see our own light, we have to step on faith and believe in the gifts that God has given us. Those gifts were given to us for a reason, and we have to believe that we have a purpose. As Matthew chapter 5 verse 15 states, "Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house." It may not be until years later that we recognize our own strengths, but when we do, we can turn those actions into things that help those around us and bring them joy. To the young adults out there, continue to let your light shine in whatever makes you happy, and you will influence those around you to do the same. Thank you.